desert of the real.
We're here again, man. We are here again. What was it? We had chest feeding instead of breastfeeding. We had human milk instead of breast milk. What was the other one? What was the one that sounded like a Nando's meal? The perinatal. now, yeah, man, the bonus hole. I don't know what it's a bonus hole. If you say it like that, it sounds like something off like a PS2 snooker game, and the bonus hole, or yeah, Tiger Woods PGA 2002. You've reached the bonus hole. Hey man, listen, the world's gone crazy, but I'm not gonna overreact because I got a clip up of whatever that thing's called on YouTube. So let them go through it, and I am aware that it's from Joe's charity, which is not, you know, a what do you call it, a health governing body at the moment or anything like that. It's I remember, if I think about Joe's charity, I'm pretty sure it was set up by a businessman in tribute to his wife who died of cervical cancer back when I was a kid. I remember it was a massive talking point, and I commend the man for it, man. And I think the charity does great stuff. I'm not going to pretend like I know about loads of stuff charity, but any charity was there to help cervical cancer patients is dope. But this is silly, and yeah, it's apparently to not offend trans women, trans men. I don't know what it is, man. If you was a woman and you do the translocation thing into a man, are you a trans man? I don't know, man. All I know is I don't even know why they have a title on top of the man or woman. If you transition, surely you done it because you wanted to be a woman. So why not just call yourself a woman? And if you accept that the genders are real because you wanted to because if there wasn't real, then you couldn't identify as anything, can it? So if you're accepting of the fact that shouldn't laugh, but if you're accepting of the fact that you want to be a woman, well, you get what comes with it. You know what I mean? And I mean, you get everything what comes with it. You don't get to bow out at certain aspects and that. I don't think women went through women's rights and all this stuff for hundreds of years for equality, for you to just come and stamp all over it because you want special treatment. It's actually kind of sexist if you think about it, and it kind of like disassociates the women from the private parts almost. I think it's kind of disrespectful. And I think this whole a lot of the movement over the last couple of years have been really disrespectful to women, from like sports to award shows and stuff. Just changing the name of all these different things. It kind of like it must make some women feel not very important. But yeah, let's get to the video and then we'll chop it up with some more. I think I've got the video here. Have I got it here? Yeah, I think I have. I'm not going to watch the whole video. It's a 10-minute video, but I cut it off at a point where I seen a pause in it, and then because I haven't watched it properly myself, but I read the article, so let's get it here.
Now, a charity has been slammed as being misogynist for suggesting doctors could say bonus hole instead of vagina. Now, the glossary for medical professionals from Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust say it's an alternative word for vagina that transgender or non-binary patients may prefer. But women's rights groups have called it loathsome and utterly dehumanising. The charity says the guide was developed with the LGBT community and doesn't suggest all women will want to use it. Now, I just need to say that it's not all women's rights charities that have kicked off about this. It's a very particular type of women's rights charity, which are, trans exclusionary feminists, people who are gender critical, who've lashed out at this. But I'm going to defer before I give my opinion to our resident bonus hole, Kevin.
See what happens, and everyone starts joking around about stuff. No.
I am not a bonus hole.
You're a vagina.
Are you interested in the story? I think it's sexist. I think it's insulting to women. It's such a nasty little hideously ugly term. They give you an alternative as well. So if you don't fancy bonus hole, you can use the even more lovely front hole. I mean, who's coming up with these terms? 3-year-olds?
It's exactly what I wanted you to say, because here's my defence.
Front hole serious, man.
So Joe's cervical
I thought
cancer...
it's your trap, have I?
Yes, you caught me into my trap. Into my bonus hole. Joe's...
Not again!
Not again.
Moving on.
Joe's cervical cancer trust are absolutely incredible. It was set up after the death of a woman who was 40 years old, who sadly passed away
That's
from
what I said at the
cervical
beginning of the
cancer.
video.
And they have issues with trans men or non-binary people coming forward to get cervical smears sometimes, because that can sometimes be a barrier. So a trans man being somebody who was assigned female at birth, so born with a vagina, but lives as a man.
Okay.
So to all intents and purposes is male or appears male.
Oh, so why have you
but
transitioned
has the
into
cervix.
your
And so
that
they're trying to reach out to
with the
people and
name
say, look,
with trans
this
on top of it?
cervix service isn't just for people who look and identify as women, but we want you to. Anybody who has a cervix,
Yeah, of course, everyone's...
rather we call it a front hole or a bonus hole than a vagina, then so be it.
Can't we think of something nice?
Front row serious,
I
man.
think it's quite cheeky.
It's horrible. Come on, it is.
It would be misogynistic if you said it to me. But if you were saying
Oh,
it about
What?
your own
These
hole.
nuances.
But it denigrates women. It's dehumanising for women. I mean, it's...
But it's women who've, as you put it, it's people who are born female who've requested
Yeah,
it.
but what about...
Yeah, but
what
you don't
about
want to be a female
the
anymore.
rest of the women community
Then they call it vagina.
who feel denigrated, they feel dehumanised, they feel discriminated against.
Sorry, I think what I was going to say is, I think that what they're saying is, be prepared to use those words. If somebody comes in and they say that they would prefer to use those terms, that terminology, then be prepared to go with the flow rather than insisting it be called something else.
Listen, man. That's enough, man. We don't need any more, man. What do you mean be prepared? I've had enough, man. What do you mean be prepared to use other words? This is not what we're not doing this. We're not, and people have to stand up and be kind. We're not doing this. We're not changing the language. The language for the... Listen, I'm going to make a wild chat here, but I'm pretty sure the word vagina is Latin for something, innit? Yes, all the medical words are Latin from back in the day. Fair enough, innit? The word vagina, like penis, these words are they're not offensive to anyone. They're not racist to anyone. They're not sexist to anyone. They're not saying anything against anyone's religion. It's science. It's what's there. It's what's known. It stops all this rubbish when you go into, you know what I mean? Nobody's going to get offended when they go into a medical house or somebody says vagina. They'll probably get more offended if you use the other word for it, because you might not use that word. This is a word everyone's been brought up with. This is a word when you go through sex ed and science and biology in school. The word has been there the whole time. And all the other words what women can use directly for their own, that's fine. Use that in your own life, your personal life between you. But when you go to a medical professional, they're going to refer to it as what it is, because that's how you clarify what's going on. You're not going to, we're trying to check if you got cervical cancer in your bonus hole. It doesn't make any sense. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't understand why people are buying into it now. Granted, what I said at the beginning of the video, this is one particular charity, but what it does is it's a slippery slope for other things to change. You heard me at the beginning of the video, the chest feeding and the human milk and the perinatal chicken, that is all on the NHS. That's in my country, in England, just like this is. And that is our National Health Service. That's the terminology used there. So I don't understand all of this. If you decide to transition, you take on every benefit and every disadvantage of being that gender. And I'm not saying them disadvantages are what should be there, but it just comes with it. So, people are sexist to women. I mean, sexist to men and women, but historically, people have been more sexist towards women. If you're trans woman, these people, hold on a minute. They're transitioning from a woman to a man and you want the name changed. No, you're a man with a vagina now. Otherwise, get a penis. You can get them. Same if you transition the other way and you've got a penis. Because you know what the next one is, and mark my words, the next one will be the person who's a trans woman will be like, listen, checking me for whatever and that, but don't refer to my penis as a penis, yeah? Just call it like the magic stick, the bonus stick, the peri pipe. There'll be some madness and pores and lava and everything for what I just said. But I'm just saying, that's what's going to happen. Slippery slope. And listen, my son is nearly 15. I'm not raising my son like that. I'm raising my son to be respectful of all humans, who, command respect, not rude people. He doesn't need to discriminate against anybody based on any characteristics. You know what I mean? But be honest, and don't be pandering to anyone either. Don't be changing, because this is already a problem. Yesterday I did a video on someone identifying as a cat. The teacher had a problem with it. Now this done is identifying with a bonus hole, whoever it is. That's going to be the problem. And you see where we're going with this, man. And, everyone who's ignoring it and is, yay, the reason why you're ignoring it is because it doesn't affect you. But once it comes into something to do with your life, what you enjoy or what you deem as being serious, you're going to have an issue with it, and it's going to be too late. Stand up and be counted, people, because as I said before, Thanos was right. I've been your boy, Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Man should have snapped the damn gauntlet.